This is James Mathers for the Digital Cinema Society at NAB 2025. I'm here with Chase Hagen. He's going to tell us about some new products from ARRI Camera. What do we got here?
So here we have the new Alexa 35 base we announced a few months ago, and the Alexa 35 base is designed to have an entry point into the ARRI family at a lower price point for those who want to join the family and get the latest and greatest ARRI technology. So it's based on the Alexa 35 hardware. In fact, it's the exact same hardware other than the bright blue knob that you see there. And what we did is we looked at the Alexa 35, talked to customers, and we distilled down the feature set of the camera to the core features. For example, it's got 4K 16:9 recording in any flavor of ProRes all the way up to the 444XQ, highest quality, up to 60 frames, which is usually what most customers need as a minimum. And then you can build up the camera with 5 individual licenses to get more specialty features. So you can see the only physical difference from the camera body is this blue knob here near the side display. And we wanted to put a physical difference on the camera because we wanted to be able to identify on set. When you look at the camera, you know that this might not have all the licenses you need on a shoot, or maybe if it's on the shelf at your company or at your rental house, you'll be able to know. And of course, in the camera menu, there's a license section where you can check all the installed licenses, and it'll tell you when the temporary ones are expiring, what day and time, and all that good stuff. Now, anyone, you can go online, sign up on the ARRI License Shop account, and then what you can do is you get the hardware info file from the camera that the camera will spit out onto the USB. You upload that onto your License Shop account, and then you can buy any of the licenses for the camera on your account with your card, for example, or even PayPal we take now, Amazon Pay, bunch of different payments. Then you download that license and install it into the camera. And like I said, since anyone can do it, you can even have production do it, like for example, the producer. So those could be, for example, the 120 frames license, the uncompressed ARRI RAW license, also the open gate anamorphic license, so that's combined into one. We also have a pre-recording license that'll, of course, lets you do pre-recording for if you're doing documentary, sports shooters, for example. We have the last individual license is a look license that gets you the ARRI textures, which are kind of like our film stocks in the camera, and then it also loads in the 87 ARRI look library looks right out of the box. So you can have a swatch of 87 different looks or LUTs in the camera. And the last license, the sixth one, is what we call a premium license. That includes absolutely everything all in one license. And every license, by the way, is available temporarily or permanently. So you can do 1 week if you're doing a commercial, 1 month if you might be doing a feature, 1 year if you're doing a documentary or maybe a sports season, and then everything is, again, also available perpetually. So you can buy that and it'll stay on this camera the entire time. And so price difference is also pretty big. Go ahead.
I was just going to say a la carte.
A la carte, yeah. It's like build your own camera. Only pay for what you need when you need it, right? It's like when you're building your own car, for example, you say, I don't want this, I want that. So we're just giving that flexibility. We kind of tried to silo it into these core features rather than having like one big license or, having to make you buy one license that have the features and the other license has the other half. You can never get it right. So I'm really in favor of these 5 individual licenses, or of course the one big all-encompassing one. And the idea was to really get that price down. So we're able to lower the price by a little over 20,000 US dollars. So instead of being in the low 80s, you can get out the door for actually just under 60,000 with 3 of the new ProRes only drives, which is another new product. We decided to do another drive for the 35, so now we have 3 drives, and that drive is a ProRes only 1 terabyte drive that comes in at an even lower cost if you're a ProRes only shooter. So under 60,000 for the latest, greatest ARRI hardware, ready to shoot with 3 drives is pretty incredible, I think.
And all the accessories will match too.
Literally, same hardware. So every single accessory matches. We did some different accessory sets this time. So we have one that's a really bare bones, minimal one that we have over there at the lens station. This is the middle tier. We call it the operator set, so it's more for shoulder use. This is also the first set that comes with a viewfinder. If you're an eyepiece person, you'll probably want to step up from this one. For those of you who don't know, also the viewfinder has HDR now enabled via the software of the Alexa 35. It always could do it in the hardware, but on the Mini LF we couldn't send out 2 different output paths. With the Alexa 35 we can send HDR to the eyepiece and SDR to the view. And then we have the full shebang, which is the production set, all the studio accessories you'd find at a rental house, also available as a set for the base. So we've got 3 different kinds of sets in addition. And the normal Alexa 35 still remains. We call it now the premium. Price is unchanged, and you can get that in the same sets you had before.
So you get that great Alexa sensor a la carte.
A la carte, exactly, and only when you need it, which is fantastic. So I think it's a really great option. Obviously, there was, when we were looking at designing this camera, we could have gone the other way, started taking stuff off the hardware, and we thought, no, we really want this to be an aspirational camera, right? You enter in, and then you can either keep it the way it is and only buy temporary licenses when you need them, or you can build it all up to a full Alexa 35 whenever you're ready. So I think that's really great. And by the way, there's no price penalty if you buy just the premium license. license, one go, but even if you buy all the 5 individual licenses, it's a very small €900 penalty over buying the fully loaded one right out of the box. So it's not you're really paying much more, it's just what you need when you need it. So in addition to the Alexa 35 base, here in the booth we also have the Alexa 35 Live, and I'd love to tell you about that camera right now.
Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, let me tell you a little bit about the Alexa 35 Live. So we introduced the 35 Live last year. We're showing it again, of course, this year. We've been shipping it out to some very happy customers. But what the Alexa 35 Live is it's a combination of the Alexa 35 camera with what we call the LPS1, the Live Production System 1. So this part here is essentially the fiber back end. So it connects to the camera with just 3 screws, and it passes all of the power. You've got video, you've got return path up, your synchronization, your audio, your time code, your tally, all that stuff that you need for live production, and it takes it and then transfers it over through the fiber down to the base station that you'll see over there. So with the 35 Live, the nice thing about it is undockable. So for example, in a studio environment, you might have it connected through fiber, but in the next job, you might want to have it on a Steadicam or on a remote head. So with those 3 screws, you can undock it and use it separately. And of course, you can also use it just as a cinema camera when you're not doing live production, which is great. We have a 7-inch viewfinder up at the top. It's that same 7-inch ARRI CCM1 monitor we introduced last year, and this allows you to have full camera control. So if I swipe over, you can see that we have full ARRI GUI menu control, just like you'd find on the ARRI viewfinder. You can set up to 4 different user buttons, which makes it great, and that's a fully accurate color monitor that we've calibrated specifically to look right with our cameras, and it's a 1300 nit brightness, so it's a really great panel even in bright sunlight. Up at the front, you have a tally light, which is very important, of course, for live production. You've got red, yellow, and green with adjustable brightness, and a camera indicator that's also adjustable in brightness. One of the key aspects that we also wanted to design the system for is ease of use when it comes to mounting big box lenses. So this is the ARRI LLA1, the large lens adapter. We designed this because we felt that a lot of customers had a lot of issues quickly rigging cameras like ours to box lenses. So, of course, in an ARRI fashion, it's designed to be durable but also lightweight, and it's very quick and easy to engage and disengage the camera. So with a push of this, you can unlock and slide the Alexa 35 Live out and then mount it quickly to a big box lens like a big PL box lens from Fujinon, for example, that we have here. Of course, you could use a third-party lens adapter, but we figured do it the ARRI way, make it quick and efficient. And on the back, you've got all your audio controls, your intercom, your return video. You have an auxiliary 12G SDI that can go up or down. So let's say you wanted to have a 4K UHD HDR monitor for a client standing here. You could pass that up from the base station. You also have a in addition to the 12G, you also have an Ethernet tunnel that's a 1 gigabit data tunnel, and that allows you to pass through Ethernet data separate from the camera control. So you could have another device with Ethernet, maybe even like a PTZ camera, and you could pass that 1 gigabit Ethernet down to the base station and extract it at the base. And in addition to that, it even has a fiber tunnel as well that's separate. So you could have an entire different fiber system like another fiber camera that you can pass through separate from the Alexa 35. So it basically can transport more than just what the camera needs down that standard SMPTE 311 fiber to the base station, which makes it incredibly flexible. And of course, you get the ARRI image quality for live production, which is great. And oh, by the way, for Coachella coming up this weekend, they will be using on the main stage, where all the big acts are, 6 Alexa 35 Lives for the first time. So when you watch the stream, it should look fantastic.
Thank you so much, Chase.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.